Welcome back to Wave 3 Listens. Okay, there is a misconception that you have to spend a lot of money in a nursing home. And if you don't know the rules, you may have to do that. But if you know the good folks at Elder Advisors, then you don't go broke in a nursing home. They do not want that. With us now, I've got a guest who is part of the team at Elder Advisors. This is Dana Bergen. Dana Bergen's expertise lies in the Medicaid category. She works with McNeely Stevenson Law Firm. Dana, welcome in.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you. I want to hear more about the partnership, because Larry Weiss, who we're going to bring out here in a second, always talks about, surrounding himself with smart people and having experts in real estate and in law and in Medicaid in your case.
Right.
So we're going to talk to you a little bit more about that. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, whenever we talk about Elder Advisors, we have to talk to the president and CEO. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my next guest, Mr. Larry Weiss.
John.
And he looks, ladies and gentlemen.
Kentuckiana, it is Feel Good Friday, and I'm sorry you didn't get that from John Ramsey at Wave 3 Listens Live. I'm not going to suggest John was remiss. John, you dropped the ball. Feel Good Friday, baby. Feel it, live it, know it.
Yeah, and don't adjust your television set. That is a pink seersucker, and he looks fabulous in it.
Beautiful, baby.
As he always does.
I'm living, I'm not existing, John.
Don't go broke in a nursing home.
Don't do it. You don't have to.
Yeah, the misconception, and it can be true, if you don't know the rules, yeah, it can be very expensive. But if you know the rules, you can protect your assets with Elder Advisors. Larry, is that a correct overview? There's a lot of different areas. We're going to talk about Medicaid in a little bit with Dana, but tell me about, what you do exactly.
Well, what Elder Advisors does, John, is we help families transition their loved ones from their homes, home health care, assisted living, or long-term care using financial and legal strategies to protect assets for families so they don't go broke in a nursing home. And we've been doing this now for 24 years. We, of course, have our workshops. Jennifer, pulling camera 4. No, Tammy's not here. Jennifer, you own production.
Here he goes.
Jennifer, step it up. Okay. But we're doing the work. Are you okay?
Yes,
okay. So we're doing workshops Monday night, 4 p.m. at the 4 Points by Sheraton off Crittenden Drive. We do it monthly. And, of course, Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. at the Hampton Inn in Clarksville on Broadway. And what's happening now is, like if you go to the concert, if you wait till the end, you're up in the nosebleed section. That's what's happening when the attendees are coming in the workshop. The people that get there at 6 o'clock, they're getting the nosebleed seats. They're behind the pillar. They're back by the ice maker. So they're starting to fill up. And a lot of it is the success of the show here.
Well, and I also think it's great information, but there's entertainment value. This is not going to put you to sleep, as you can tell with Larry.
Wake up, Kentuckiana.
But it is critical information.
It is critical information because, this is tough stuff families are dealing with. And I have to say that, we continue to enjoy success from Wave 3 Listens Live with John Ramsey. Are you offended when I give the heart of love, John?
No, I like it.
I love the heart of love.
Everyone needs a little love.
Everybody loves Wave 3 Listens Live with, wait for it, John Ramsey. But, we work across both states, Kentucky and Indiana, and there's no better example than after the show, we had a family call from Madison because I was telling the viewers on Wednesday we had a lady coming down from Madison that had to place her husband at a facility. Well, a sister heard the show, called her brother. He called Elder Advisors Wednesday afternoon. He did not want to wait for the workshop. He had to get in. So I met with him yesterday at 4 o'clock. Yeah, he's on it. And I'm meeting him now Tuesday. And this is how smart this guy was with the show and everything. I said, I can meet you Tuesday afternoon. And the guy said, well, don't you have a workshop? I was kind of impressed. I said, actually, that's Monday night. Thank you, Jennifer. Monday night is Kentucky 4 Points by Sheraton workshop. I said, Tuesday is the 10 a.m. Indiana workshop. So I said, I'll make time for you at 4 o'clock. So anywhere Kentuckiana hears Larry Weiss's radiant voice and John Ramsey's, we can help. We drive. We go anywhere in the state. They may have to come in once to see us, but after that, they can use the Pony Express, Smoke Signal. Danny, you were saying you've been out of town visiting families as well.
Yes, I've been down to Powell County, Kentucky to actually do a Medicaid filing. It's down close to Red River Gorge.
So you tell me, you surround yourself with the best in the business.
Absolutely.
When it comes to Medicaid, Dana, if you would, you and Larry, talk about her role and exactly what she does, because you said she's in the trenches.
She is the integral part. Steve Langdon, I always sing Steve's praises, which are very sincere, because you always need an attorney, because when we tell families in Kentucky, come out to the workshop, keep an open mind. It's never too late. Forget about the barbershop law, because it's wrong. It's well-intentioned, but it's wrong. You know, you hear all this stuff, you shouldn't have done this, you couldn't do that. No, it's wrong. If husband and wife, if one spouse goes in the nursing home, like the gentleman that came in last night, we can protect all of the assets.
All of them.
All of them. Steve calls them special exceptions. If it's a single person, we can protect about half of the assets. Well, half of something's better than all of nothing, even if they're in a nursing home. But where the rubber hits the road really is Dana Bergen, because she's the one that goes down to the L&N building and parks at 8:30 in the morning and wait for them to call you up.
Yeah.
That's part of what they're paying us for, is to be their advocates so they don't have to camp out all day at the L&N building. Do you want us to take a book with you?
Yes. And a lunch.
And I know this is simplified, and I know it's more complex than this, but the bottom line is, because you know the rules of the game and you know exactly what you need to do, not only can you expedite the process and do it quickly, but you can save people money, and as Larry says, protect assets, right?
Right. When the families go in by themselves to do this, they will only bring a portion of the information. What we do, we like to take all of the information.
Oh, yeah. I want it all.
And we will not go to Medicaid until we have everything. So, because they have a verification process. So if we don't give that information in Kentucky, it's 30 days. They'll give you 30 days to get it, and sometimes Medicaid will not look at it for those 30 days, even if it's in their system, if I turn it in 2 days later. So, because they have like points where they have to go in and look at each different case. Indiana, same way. With Indiana's new system, it's taken longer for cases to be approved.
So you mentioned new system. The rules do change, and you all know, you're very aware of it.
The rules do change. They usually change in June or July, and we're really on that. Steve and I go to Medicaid seminars. Medicaid people are involved in those with all elder law attorneys, and so we start making new policies and trying to figure out what to do. We tell him what he can't do now, and we just try to find other ways to circumvent and save that money.
Thank goodness for people like you, Dana, because it can be complex, and you stay atop all the rules.
Yes,
so if they do change, you'll be aware of it. And again, it's about protecting assets and saving you money.
Don't go broke in a nursing home.
Don't go broke in a nursing home. She's only part of the equation. No, I mean, don't get me wrong, Medicaid's huge.
It is.
But there are other components. The other folks that you surround your, obviously she's very accomplished. Tell us about the other different entities that you need to be, that are a part of Elder Advisors.
Well, it's like I was saying yesterday, or on the workshops, there's basically 3 questions we ask at the workshops, which, Jennifer, I'm getting to it. Pulling camera 2, a little more. There you go. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, we're doing the workshops Monday night, 6 o'clock to 4 Points by Sheraton. Don't go broke in a nursing home. Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. But there's basically 3 key questions we ask families, because remember, Kentuckiana, it's never too late. We can protect assets. So we ask 3 questions, and if the families are being honest with themselves, they don't have to be honest with me, John. If they're honest with themselves, every hand's going to go up at least once. So the first question I'll ask is, how many people have a loved one in a nursing home now or about to go? Hands will go up. You need our help. Yesterday, we're going to help. That's crisis planning. We can help. I don't care that Gus at the coffee shop said it won't work. It does work. The second question is, how many people have a loved one home now? Maybe they've been in rehab, they're back home trying to transition. That's pre-crisis planning. A few more hands will go up. We can help there, because there's things that we can do in anticipation of perhaps going back to the nursing home or even staying at home. There's things that we can do. The third variable is, again, if everybody's being honest, then I'm going to get the remaining hands up, which is, how many people have been through this in the past with a parent or loved one and would like to avoid it for themselves or their kids later? And then the remaining hands go up. And then there is the fourth question. How many people think John Ramsey is drop dead gorgeous? John, people are standing. I mean, it's a riot. Everybody loves John Ramsey.
No silence, no hands.
John,
it's okay.
You're DDG, baby. Drop dead gorgeous. Kentuckiana loves you. You are a treasure, John. Treasure.
It is okay. But these workshops, though, really, you do need to attend, because
thank you.
How many times have you seen people or heard people say to you, Larry, I wish I'd have known of you before, because I flushed so much money, I didn't realize I could protect my assets.
And that's true, but we can still help. We can still make lemonade out of the lemons. If Mr. Smith comes in and his wife is in the nursing home, they've been in there for 4 or 5 months, well, depending on what state they're in, we can probably protect everything and get credit for those months. Kentucky nuance is a little different, but that's why they need to come to the workshops. Or if it's a crisis plan, folks, like the gentleman that came down from Milton, Kentucky, I told him I'll go see him in Milton, but I have to be out by nightfall because the locals will beat me up. And the seersuckers are like this. I ain't going to make it. I ain't going to make it till nightfall. But he's coming down, so we help them so we can get those assets protected. It's never too late, Kentucky. And come out to the workshops. They're now filling up pretty quick. You don't want the nosebleed seats. You want to get in early. Jennifer's doing a great job putting the panel up for the workshop, 6 o'clock, 4 Points by Sheraton in Louisville, and of course 10 a.m. in in New Albany. Let's try the third time. Clarksville at the Hampton Inn, 10 a.m. Don't go broke in a nursing home. So yes, if Mr. Smith comes in, we may not be able to help with what he's lost, but we can certainly help the rest of it. Which brings it back to Dana Bergen, because she is the litmus test for this. She is the backstop for this. I have two of my staff, my office manager, Suzanne House, and Tim Goebel, the best kept secret of voter advisors. They meet with her every week to go over these files. Measure twice and cut once, because when we're trying to get money lined up so they don't have to write a check effective August 1st for $8,000, we've got to get it right.
You said $8,000.
Easily.
Ooh.
Easily.
All right, coming up here in the next segment, there's a misconception about, well, if I'm protecting my assets, then I'm probably not getting quality care for my loved one. That's not necessarily true.
I'm going to knock that down today.
Yes.
That nail that popped up, I'm going to pop it down hard.
Yeah, we want to talk about that. Dana, you're excellent. Thank you. And we're going to talk to some folks from the Green Valley Care Center, too. So they're a part of the team as well. So that's all coming up next. Don't go broke in a nursing home. Elder Advisors. We'll be back.
Don't do it.